So, point number one. Communication is only 7% words. Let me see if I can say that the right way. Verbal communication, okay, the words coming out of your mouth, is only 7% of what you communicate. And that doesn't just apply to your children. That applies to your friends, your coworkers, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your spouse, everybody around you. Communication is only 7% verbal. So, from the get-go, I say so a lot, I'm sorry. When you edit your own audio, you start to notice the things you repeat. I apologize. Your children will pick up so much more from you as a father by how you act and your attitude and your demeanor, physical presence, the sound of your voice, the tone you use, and your demeanor than they ever will from what you actually tell them. That's why you always see that sarcastic kid going, "Yeah, Dad, okay. Uh-huh." And it's because you may say, "We don't do that." But what you do is totally different. Communication is only 7% verbal. But that also applies down to little ones, okay? I'll see if I can find it and add it to it. I have pictures of holding my daughter when she was not as long as my forearm. My oldest daughter was born 3.5 weeks early. She was not exceptionally small for being a preemie, but she also wasn't a big kid either. Okay, so she was a little smaller than average, but not tiny. But I'm a pretty big guy. And from the minute they're born, they can connect with you. And they can understand what you're communicating towards them. I had the most incredible experience because less than an hour and a half after my daughter was born, at that stage, they're not even supposed to be able to do anything other than lay there like a lump. Okay? We're in the delivery room, and my newborn daughter is laying on my wife's chest. I went over and sat down on this couch they had in the delivery room and started talking to my wife. The minute I started talking, my hour-and-a-half-year-old child picked up her own head, turned, honed in on where my voice was coming in, and laid down facing that direction. My wife and I talk a lot to each other and enjoy our conversations, and my daughter had learned to recognize my voice while she was still inside my wife. While my wife was still pregnant, my daughter had learned to recognize my voice. They understand so much more than you realize from the minute they're born. They are picking up everything. They will learn more in those first 5 years than they will in the rest of their life. So understand, it's not just about talking to people or communicating with your child. It's about how you communicate with them, the voice you use, the tone you use, the physicality, how you posture yourself, how you stand. They are picking up everything you're putting down and more. And that's number one.
What's happening, guys? My name is Brent, and I am the Fallible Man. This has been a clip from one of our podcasts. Hey, if you enjoyed the clip, go over to our YouTube channel and check out the full video podcast available exclusively on YouTube. And if you're more of an audio guy, hey, our podcast is on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, and I think pretty much everywhere else you want to listen. Thanks for hanging out with us, and I hope you enjoyed the clip.